We find ourselves at a tavern at the edge of the world. Inside, the bard is entertaining the adventuring party, and all manner of insults and jokes and everything with a friendly spirit is being thrown back and forth between the two groups. Eventually, everyone settles down and the bard pulls up a chair to begin his story once again. Bringing forth an instrument, he begins to play, and as a soft music fills the space, magic and cold flow into the area. My friends, last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had retreated from the ivory tower of the Specchier gods, choosing to stay a night in town and then leave as soon as they could the next one. Their plan is halted, however, when Rayna received another name on her arm, Galti. After some digging, Rayna and company were pointed towards the College of Mornstar, an elite school for those magically inclined. The party learned that Galti, once a professor at the college, had retired out to the small town of Riverside, where he had purchased some property. After reaching Riverside, our adventurers stopped at the Pond Hopper, a luxury spa and inn where they spent the day unwinding and enjoying the relaxation. Later that evening, Brynja was again confronted by Ada, seeking to sway her further into her favor. Brynja politely declined. The next day, everyone set out to hunt down Galti. They found him in his home conducting brutal and unforgivable experiments, and ended him. You find yourself in the basement. Galti dead on the floor now. What comes next?
I take it the name has disappeared on my arm.
It has, yes.
Okay. So I was like, if I remember right, we like literally just ended the battle.
Yes.
Okay.
So one of us should go get the authorities, shouldn't we?
Probably, but
I mean, unless we want them stumbling upon the house of the person that they revered as one of the best things to happen to this town, and not having
you're right.
context.
Well,
No, you're right.
maybe I should take a look first.
Might be a good idea.
Good after. What?
The dogs are outside. They have some food. They need to be looked after. Thank you for the voice acting, Porter.
Do you want me? I can go check on them while you.
They shouldn't be alone right now.
I'll go with you.
We'll help you look.
I'll go out and make sure the dogs are still around.
Same. I do not want to be here.
They are. The dogs are still around.
The dogs are there. A+ acting, Porter. A+.
He knows.
He does.
Wow,
He
knows.
knows.
this
My
is
cue.
disgusting.
Okay, one sec. Be entertaining.
Dick.
So I just made like a mixed drink just on a whim, out of desperation. And I couldn't find the cranberry juice, so I found some like zero sugar fruit punch.
Oh God,
Which
why?
by itself would have been fine because the punch tastes fine, but the vodka is like, it's not a pickle. It came before the pickle. Cucumber.
Oh, it's cucumber.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Yeah, no.
Not great. But it's
No,
like-
that kind of stuff is better with like tonic water or soda water or something like that.
Salad.
Or
Yummy, yummy.
or just in general, not flavored vodka.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yes, the dogs are still outside, and they're still pretty much in that same place that Morgan had left them. Morgan, you said you were going to look into things a little bit. How so?
Yeah, I wanted to. He was at a desk when we came in here, right?
There was a table in front of him that seems like it was turned into like a makeshift operating table of some kind.
What was it he was saying at the end? He was. I wish I wrote it down. He was afraid of something.
He'd said the work must continue. He won't let it stop.
I guess I don't really know what I'm looking for. Are there any journals like open, any research notes that I could decipher?
Make me a notice roll.
And we didn't find anything through the rest of the house, right?
No.
It's a 5.
Is a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, you are able to locate a journal. That's kind of tucked away off to the side, set near the table. And kind of flipping through it, it appears like it's a more recent journal, and it contains the scribblings of a madman. It is you, as you flip through the pages, you actively watch as this man is driven into insanity. The writings start out by discussing strange dreams. Then strange dreams turn into very vibrant visions, to voices in his head, to a singular voice that is directing him on this work. Make me an occult roll.
11.
An 11, all right.
Hell yeah.
In reading this journal, kind of gathering what you can, it seems like whatever this work is that he is attempting, you find mentions of obedience and how dogs are beyond obedient, more so than humans, and he needs to find out what makes them tick, why it's different, how it can affect people, how people can become more pliable. All for him. And then within the last page of the journal, in the scribblings of just the work must continue, the work must continue, the work must continue, you are able to make out a symbol between the scribblings, in which you see a fist crushing a bone.
Yep.
I'm not sure there's much for us here.
Well, can at least go find someone to tell.
Does he have anything on him?
There's not a whole lot in the way of any like interesting trinkets or anything of that nature. You do get this as you're searching him, this sense that the robes that he is wearing do have some sort of enchantment on them.
There's nothing here. We should go.
Okay. I'll go find someone to bring to light on all this, and I'm gonna head outside and try and see if there wasn't any sort of like guard stationed around this town, was there?
There's not really like a station guard or anything, but there's obviously just a few that kind of hang about the area. Members of the Hold Guard, but likely probably live here and just this is their day job.
Yeah. I might try and find one of them if they're out and about. If they're not, then nada.
Okay. I'll say, for the sake of speed, you're able to locate one of them, and you bring them up to speed on what's going on, the situation that occurred, and whatnot. And unless there's anything anyone else wants to do specific, we can fast forward to after the authorities have done their whole shtick, and you've been released on your way.
I want to get to the dogs. I want to talk to the dogs.
Okay.
Well, first off, I want, if any of them have any like injuries or anything, I want to heal them.
Mm-hmm.
And
they don't have any visible injuries. They just definitely look very malnourished. So the healing helps a little bit, at least, in giving them a little bit of energy back.
okay. Also, what kind of dogs are there? Kind of want a dog.
Crag's adopting.
Daddy, can we keep them, please? Please,
Can
please,
keep
please.
them. They're both just mixes. I mean, they're just your average street dog that you'd find, medium-sized.
Wait, so there's only 2 of them?
Yeah, there's only the 2 that you found that you released.
I can't just take one.
Yeah.
You can't just have one.
I'm gonna cast empathy on both of them.
Okay.
Let me roll for it. Oh my god. Oh wait, hold on. I forget about my other die. That was a critical fail.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
No.
The spell fails, and with the motion that you do and the brief flash of magic that occurs, it scares the dogs a little bit more, and they kind of huddle further away from you.
Can I come up to the dog?
Oh, poor puppies.
I'll just kind of like, it's okay. Come here, and I'll pull out like I guess just some rations from my hand. And I'll just hold it out in my hand. It's okay. Here, eat. It's for you.
It takes them a little bit of time, but one of them eventually kind of comes over and sniffs the ration and snatches it and runs back and just starts devouring it.
Can I like reach out and kind of put my hand out for it to sniff? Not like too fast or anything, but
yeah, you do so. It seems like these dogs, generally speaking, have probably been around people for most of their life, so they're not aggressive or anything. They're just came out of a bad situation, so they're still very timid and very scared. But they're not like trying to bite you or showing any signs of aggression or anything.
you guys are okay. We're here to help. Do you want to come with us?
They do.
Yeah.
They do not understand.
They're animals. I
Yeah.
can't tell.
Yeah. You said they just look like your typical like stray dogs. There's no like collar or anything like.
Right. No,
indication
there's
that
no indication that
Anybody?
these are someone's pet.
Okay. So as far as we can tell, he straight up just took these dogs off the street.
Yep.
I'm just gonna kind of keep coaxing them towards us with more rations as we go to keep them following.
I mean, I did I did sit with them for a while. Are they like drawn to the group by way of that at all?
Um, More so in the sense that you guys are feeding them right now.
That's valid.
Well, I'm gonna call this one Godi and this one Aki.
I will say, with how malnourished they are, if you intend to try to get them to come along with you, you'll need to stay in town longer.
Oof.
Maybe we can find a home for them here.
Especially the kind of line of work we go into.
That was going to be
Okay.
my suggestion. Given the kind of lives we lead, would really be wise.
We'd either have to risk their safety, or we'd have to train them to be war dogs.
I guess that's fair.
Arthur's not a war raven.
Well, no, but Arthur has the added benefit of being able to fly away from people. Most people aren't. If there's ones wielding magic and such, they're not going to waste an arrow on a flying target that isn't being hostile, is it?
You underestimate what a mad mage will do. And I give a little scritch to Arthur.
I think these two have been through enough.
As much as I would love to have them around, it's not the most responsible choice. But we can find them a place where they will be safe and where, hopefully, the rest of their lives will make up for this spat of terrible that they've been through.
Sounds for the
Well,
best.
If we're not going to get run out of town and we're not in a big hurry, I can go help with the crusade. Hey, who wants? Do you have? Would you like a dog? Are you going to be a good owner? For a nice little halfling couple that needs.
Pull like one of my old coworkers. This is literally how I got Max. He fostered for the local ASPCA, and whenever he got a new batch of cats or kittens, he'd literally just go around, "Hey, do you want a cat? Hey, do you want a cat? Hey, do you want a cat?" Literally just ask around work, and that's how I adopted Max. Just pull that.
So yeah, definitely before we leave town, these dogs are going to find a home.
And if we'd like, they could probably use with a meal and a nice bath, I'd say.
Certainly.
If only we knew of a place where they can get a bath here.
Yeah.
Hey, so what are your policies on pets?
It's smash cut.
Smash cut.
Smash cut of hand on counter. What's your pet policy?
So long as they are not aggressive, abnormally loud, or allowed into the spas themselves of the hot springs, then pets are allowed on premises.
Perfect. All right, bring him in.
I'm full like firemen carrying one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, the one here's a positive. They're traumatized, so I don't think they're going to be loud. And yeah, get them
I can probably
a
carry the
nice
other one.
bath, and I'll buy some like whatever the meat that they have, you know, like for dinner or something. These
Mhm.
dogs are gonna have a nice meal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Unless there's anything else you want to do for this day, you spend your time recouping the dogs, giving them food, getting them bathed, in a much better state than they were previously at the start of this day.
How's your arm, Rena?
Good. I can already feel that it's been healed. We're good.
Making sure no one else is kind of within, besides the group. So this person was worshipping or supporting one of the Frakir?
That would be my guess. I mean,
Do we know which one? I'm wondering if there's a pattern. Because besides, every target you've gotten has been...
wait. The bitch at the mine. She also had a symbol of.
She didn't have
This-
anything on her, but
There were, like,
was
black
this.
ears.
Scratches on the
On the wall.
the cave.
Yes, and it wasn't Black here from the roll you got. It was Vignir.
It was the same one. That's what I thought. I was like, wait, God of Tyranny. That sounds familiar.
Mm.
But
Oh, where are they?
I didn't see what the symbols down there were. Because I got the fuck out of Dodge the second I could. I didn't want to be there anymore. I don't know. Reese, Morgan, what did you guys find down there?
The ravings of a madman.
Any
Any sort of like
indication of why he went?
or
Not
like
so much
symbols
a
of
why.
who could have maybe been following or doing the work for?
Oh, let me double check and make sure that I have this correct. Fist crushing a bone. That is Vignir.
That is Vignir.
Mhm.
Yes. Vignir. The same one.
Same as the one at the mine.
And the one before that, he was also a madman, but do we know if he's influenced by Vignir as well?
Who was the one before that?
We didn't really look around.
Oh, the one that
I don't remember his
transformed.
name, but it was the very first target she got. It was like
was
the
the very
house
first
outside
target?
of town.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't
The
think
guy-
we got information
We,
about
we
who-
didn't
I
really look
thought-
around.
He was
I
just.
feel like I maybe also remember something about Vignir, but I could be making that up.
I know Morgan kind of avoided. He wasn't like he kind of
Yeah,
avoided
'cause-
that one. 'Cause
yeah.
it just
Yeah,
didn't
you
sit
were holding
well.
like
This
your
was
own little
the-
vigil for him.
Yeah.
I think Reese was still OG Reese, and he was kind of doing something similar. And like Brandon was just like, "Well, we got him."
No, that was the first.
Didn't bother
that
to
was-
look around.
No, that was the first time I think, at least Brynja, we ever saw Reese do magic because it wasn't OG Reese.
Yeah,
That was
because
the first
after
time I
that,
saw
That's right.
magic.
because after that first target was the first time that Reese had said in Old Common, "You'll see your god soon," and then Morgan responded in Old Common.
Old Common. Yeah. it was
That's right.
just-
If only they cared. There's
Mhm.
something to that effect. But yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And Brynja just thought, oh, he was keeping some stuff under his sleeve. It's a demigod thing. Don't all demigods have magic? You know?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. So
But yeah, no. But the other one, the first one that I got, I didn't really look around, so I'm not sure. Considering I believe he was wanted for
killing his family.
several
Right?
murders, if I'm correct.
I think he was thought to have killed his family. If I
There
remember,
was
but
Oh,
not-
there was suspicion that he killed his wife.
But there was nothing solid to
Nothing concrete.
throw him away.
Uh,
Or
But
also the
at the
town
minimum
had more
too.
to deal with than
at the minimum, too, were.
Although,
under the
didn't we
influence of
have?
Ignir.
Didn't you also get Killgroves at one point, or am I remembering wrong?
No, I didn't.
Kilgrove
Kilgrove was never a target for me, but
Okay.
he had a book. He had a book.
His was
He was
Vigdis.
black here.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
his-
it
No,
Black?
secrets. It was secrets. It was Victus. You're right. It was
Yeah.
secret. My bad. Sorry.
That's right.
I'm
The
like,
dagger. The
Black.
dagger is black here.
Yeah.
Dagger's
That's
black
why.
here.
That's why.
Yeah.
Getting our flarkier artifacts mixed up.
Getting our flarks and our marks.
Yeah, but also Kilgrove was kind of like he got dropped by his bitch because of
Yeah.
shit, and so then he joined up
Yeah.
with the still questionable whoever is doing the whole assassination thing. That is really intense.
Yeah,
whether or not that's
which-
black here or yeah.
But no, Kilgrove was never a target for me. He was just an asshole who
He
needed.
was a bonus.
We needed to take care of him regardless. So
So,
Wow.
if the assumption is correct, they are all tied to one of the Flarky. He's making some moves just as the rest of them are.
I think all of them know something is going on now. And I think they're all scared. Which I wouldn't be surprised. I would be. End of the world, and then your morality being questioned.
Here's the thing that I'm more concerned about, especially given that the gods seem to notice whenever we start treading upon their territory. How long before they start realizing that one of us has been contracted out to put their plans to rest? Not saying it's a bad thing, more just tallying up the amount of adversaries we're starting to stack up. Do you know what I mean?
If the pattern for Reina is her targets all have a connection to Vignir, when is Vignir going to be aware of you? Let's hope he has too many lackeys
Well-
that he doesn't care about, but
Well, from what I can tell, he doesn't take any sort of resistance well, does he?
I don't know a lot about.
I'm more just going off of reputation alone. A god of tyranny, I don't imagine, would take slights against his will very well.
No, I wouldn't think. All these figures are like boogeymen in fairy tales. I didn't know too much about them until recently. But yeah, tyranny, control. I would assume
I
so,
do not
yeah.
like what could happen if I am ever put in the spotlight for him. But I think we are missing too much information right now. We have no idea what is happening, other
Right.
than the gods are making moves.
Is,
To what end?
is there a way you can contact them? Your,
I can try. I wouldn't. I'm not sure I would know what to ask. Unless. The Valkyries, they're a little different. I'm not. I mean, I suppose I could ask if they have any information why. At least Vignir, of all people, is trying all of these things, but I don't
since
know. I guess I just.
Valkyrie are their own entity. Maybe it would be good to get their input if possible.
Maybe.
Not a god, not a Flarkir, not a Hernir, or a. But I don't. That's your. Just a thought.
No, it is a good thought. And I've sort of been meaning to talk to her anyway. I just wording what I would want to ask is important. I don't want to piss her off. She did bring me back from the dead, and I feel like it would be bad to get on her bad side.
I understand.
Maybe just approach it as a air of curiosity. I mean, anyone would at least be curious as to the meaning behind their purpose, whether they were aligned with it or not.
Maybe now that you've done a few of these contracts, you know, you might be privy to a bit more, you know, you're
Maybe. I
you're
suppose I
proving
will find-
yourself, and hopefully that can get recognized. Maybe these were the beginning tests. Who knows?
Maybe. I suppose I will find out whenever I ask her. Kind of want to get out of here first, though. Maybe once we get to our next destination.
Not bad.
Or we're stopping at the tower. We're trying to get more information, so maybe depending on how that goes.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
You do recall, Reyna, also something that your patron mentioned. The only time you've actually had a full chance to talk to her is that it is Valkyries do not have the same capabilities of acting on a whim as other deities do. So to get into contact her would be the easiest to essentially meet her on her ground, which would mean basically being right at death's doorstep.
Oh,
So-
Jesus.
Great! Silas, forgot about that.
It makes sense, but also...
I would beat up a homie to get homie interaction with his.
Oh yeah.
we have Crag on standby.
Yeah.
And who do you want to beat the shit out of you until until you literally see God?
The other
I literally see God.
I said the other alternate option is being somewhere where the veil is just like almost non-existent, so you can actively speak to her.
Wouldn't
Cool.
that be the tower?
I was thinking of a different place, but it's gonna be real bad for Brynja.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Where death, not just like the veil between life and death is
Veil.
very thin.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought there was. Am I making that up? I thought there was something about that with the tower. Am I making that up in my head?
Not the tower. I think you're thinking of the pit
Yeah.
to hell, maybe.
Oh,
Stuffed Elder.
My bad. How can I?
So
How can you forget the pit to hell?
I think you're thinking of hell. Oh yes, sorry, my bad. I was thinking of hell.
So anywhere that theoretically has a weaker veil between life on the material and the spirit realm and afterlife and all that business
Gotcha.
could theoretically
Okay.
be done. Like the ruins where you first contacted her at Folkmar's Hall was specifically designed to channel the spirits.
That makes sense. Yeah. Nope, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. So cool. Since Silas is an idiot and forgot all of that, Reyna is smarter and would remember all of that.
It's been like a literal year. You're fine.
Like a literal-
Reyna lives there, so
Yeah. Then I will add to that. Besides, contacting her is difficult, and let us keep it at that.
Okay.
Just keep it in mind whenever. I'm sure you will be in conflict with them eventually, and we're just making notes.
Right.
So what direction do we want to go to approach this? We're going to the tower next?
I assumed that was the plan.
Opening my map and looking out. Do we want to
Yes. Where is our wonderful map? Here it
Do you want
is.
to go through?
Oh yeah, we have like 5 million different ways to get there.
Yeah,
we could
I
also
thought-
literally just go to the cliff, and I
Yeah.
can just ferry us down.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan. We go
Okay.
back up past
well,
Mornstar, and then somewhere by like Midwatch Keep and just go down.
Yeah.
Sure. If Morgan can ferry us down the steep drop of the cliff, I'm down for that.
So
Difference.
you can either
would
stick
it-
close to the cliffs, or you can cut out left near the river. One will take you close to the city, if that's something you care about. The other will keep you more out in the wilds.
I was gonna ask if how much time would going towards the path going through the Shire and along the river, how much time would that add? Because Bernia is looking at that.
Take us about
Oh.
10-ish days to go away from the cliffs. And it'd take us about this way. It's like negligible.
Do you mind if we go through the Shire? It's been a while since. It'd be nice to go through, one to stay away from the city, but also I would like to get maybe some halfling made goods on our way, just since we're in the south and it's a little homesick,
And it might not be a bad idea to stock up on some carbs. Make sure that we're well stocked for the travel.
Something a little better than rations, Keep those for emergencies. Can't remember the last time I had so much pocket money. Never, actually.
Right. So, leaving tomorrow then?
Everyone?
I think so.
Well, I guess we found you two someplace to stay then, haven't we?
Yes.
They give some wags to their tail as they happily chew into the meal you've provided them.
Maybe we can put if there's a community board, maybe before we go to bed we could put something up on a community board. Be like, are you looking for companions?
Maybe I was going to
Must adopt together.
If it's not too late, yeah. Show off the dogs. We're gonna find these dogs some homes.
Yeah.
Damn,
We ain't
fucking
leaving.
straight we are.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You begin to make your way around the town, door to door, trying to find a good home for these dogs. It takes better part of the evening, and you get close to having gone through almost the whole town, with people saying, no, I can't, or, I can't support them, we're not interested, or anything along those lines, before eventually you come across one home where, as you knock on the door, it opens up, and you see this half-orc woman standing at the door. Yes?
Are you interested in a lifelong companion? Or two? We have, and I give the whole sob story of them, and what they've been through, and just showing these two. They're a bit bonded, so it would be preferred if they were to stay together, but we're looking for a good home. How do you say no?
By the end of the tale, as to, on what happened to them, she's like crying.
This is the one.
She kneels down and kind of like holds her hands out to both the dogs, let them come smell, and then she reaches behind her and like pulls out a ration and breaks it off to feed to each of them.
Yeah.
You would offer them to me willingly.
Person, and I would also, if you give them a good home, I will contribute some to to help take care of them. I have some money I can give you to help.
No, I don't need any money. I guess I'm just surprised. I've been praying to the gods for something positive to come along. I lost my wife a couple of months ago, and it's been a little hard since.
So sorry.
And she reaches down and kind of scratches the sides of their head. I think these two will bring some much needed joy to my life.
And I think you will bring the same to them.
And she gives them some scritches before she stands up. Thank you. And she grabs a ration and kind of tosses it in her house, and both the dogs go running in.
Good.
Oh, bring us. It's like,
Yeah.
got some dust in my eye.
It's perfect.
BK.
All right, everyone, give a round of applause to Izzy.
Excellent job, Izzy.
Excellent, yeah.
An actress. I'm so proud.
And the Oscar goes to.
When we are walking away from that house, I just want to turn back towards it when people are out of earshot and just say, "Be well, little ones. Be well." And I'll turn and go back and find everyone else.
You do so. Is there anything else that you'd like to accomplish? Anything overnight? Anything in the morning? Yes.
Okay.
I want to call upon. Is it Asa?
Ava?
Ava?
Mm-hmm.
I want to call upon Ava.
Okay. Would you prefer this be a private conversation?
Yes!
Okay.
Oh,
This bitch.
oh,
Okay.
oh,
Comes
fuck.
out then, if this is the case.
I would like everyone to please deafen. I will send a message when it is safe.
Motherfucker.
How do you deafen again? I forgot. I see.
Yeah. You find yourself in your room, and while you are not the one in the ownership of the rose, you still call out. It takes a few minutes. You sit there in contemplation before eventually you hear what sounds like the tink of a wine glass. And you look over and you see sitting on the chest at the base of your bed, the most alluring figure you've ever seen. Oh. It's been a while since someone has initiated.
Hello, Ava.
Morgan.
I have not come to deal. I simply wanted to get the rest of the story.
You'll have to be a little more specific.
What did you mean when before we spoke with Sayun? Why were you trying to warn us?
We all work in our own ways, all of my blood. There is a certain expectation against my kin in particular that is very prevalent in this world. Purely because we're exiles, we're evil. We have the worst in mind, we're the ones who want to use others, but that's not the case. I'm sure you've had more than one experience where those more powerful than you, here, in this realm, have wanted to use others for their own gain. Sayun has been around for quite some time. All of us have, really. I guess except Gipta, but she's a unique case. Sayun is ambitious. More ambitious than any I've ever seen, barring maybe my father. And ambition can be a very frightening thing. It can drive you to do things that hurt people. There is truth in the fact that I did not want any of you, specifically Brynja, I suppose, to commit themselves fully to Sayun without understanding the entire complexity of what they're agreeing to so that they don't get hurt. My obvious end goal, of course, is, well, being blatantly honest, bring you all into my fold.
Why? Don't you have enough?
I wish that were true. There is a certain measure of loneliness that comes with exile. One of my main tenets is living the life that brings you passion. In doing so, I get to experience more of the world, experience more of the people that live in it. I get to see beyond just my realm. And using mortals, if that's how you want to put it, I feel less alone.
Will I find any answers in Sayun's tower?
I don't know. I suspect there will be at least something that will help put you on a path to information at a minimum. But as I told Brynja, this tower that you're going to is dangerous. You are not the first to walk into it, but I do hope you'll be the firsts in a very, very long time to walk out of it.
I know you are dangerous. But But maybe I've been thought of as very dangerous too. It's not a threat. If you are what you say you are, I'm not looking for a god to worship, but maybe I am sometimes looking for a friend.
I would like that, Morgan.
One step at a time.
Of course,
My
I don't
caution overtakes my senses.
No deals, no bindings. Just see where it goes.
But thank you for being honest with me.
I find that honesty often gets you a very, very long way with people.
Good night.
And just like that, they're gone. Safe. All good.
All right. I'm sure everything that happened is just fine, and there are going to be no ramifications for any of it.
Nah.
It's going to be totally fine.
Wee woo, wee woo. I don't know what happened, but wee
No,
woo, wee woo.
We're waking up in
That's fine.
Morgan's head, and I'm calling it.
I just hope there wasn't tea involved.
God.
No, there's not.
Just some rose tea. Oh, can you imagine with the thorns?
With
That's
that specific rose.
Oh.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, he didn't have it. I still have the fucking.
Ugh.
Morning
Do you
comes.
check your bag?
Mhm.
You all find your ways down for breakfast, partaking in one last meal on this luxury inn before you set on your path to continue north.
Oh yeah, one last mocktail.
Oh yeah.
I'm having my morning mock mimosa, you know, before we leave.
Hell yeah.
You begin your travel. Heading up north, is there anything over the course of the duration to the Shire that you would like to happen?
Just trying to get back into, you know, doing physical, like, you know, like getting up in the morning and trying to be a human healthy again. Trying other things besides alcohol to ignore the thoughts in my head that make me want to murder my friends in their sleep, you know?
Of course.
Other
Where's
distractions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Of course.
Where's
of
personal
course.
trainer Reese?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, can we summon
Exactly.
him?
As you're traveling up towards Springhill Shire, you do notice off in the distance this small set of hills, kind of about halfway there, off to the east, where there's this very, very faded path in the grass that kind of leads to it in a small set of marker stones that look really old and really worn that have been set next to the trail. Whether it's something you want to look at or not, completely up to you.
Point it out.
Is there anything on the marker stones or no?
Make me a notice roll.
Could I assist in
Ooh,
such a?
I was like, is that for anybody who wants to check him out, or is it only?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Morgan's actually been very elsewhere the past few days.
Oh yeah, how's Morgan been behaving?
A little absent.
Nope.
We love that.
Yeah. Like more than normal?
More than
Like when-
normal.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Great.
Okay, cool. Cool.
6.
Hold
I got
on
a 7.
one second. What's my notice? What's my notice? 3.
Okay. Reese, you do notice on the stones, there are, most of it is incredibly faded and very hard to make out. But you do make out a old common rune on one of the stones, simply meaning power.
I immediately just... Hey, Bryn. You remember what we found?
Yeah. Oh, is this another one?
Want to get something for someone else?
Oh, yeah. Everyone, come on. This is great.
Yep. Following the path immediately.
Okay.
So remember when we were saying we went on this little trip and I got blessed by some stone thing, you know? No? Let's see if there might be more. And if there is, someone can get a really cool, like, old power internally. But only one person can have it at the time. Like Reese and I, we were both trying to get it, and it's like one person per, and I think like. Anyway, no, this is cool.
Okay.
Also, you can only have one at a time, so if you get one of these blessings, you won't be able to get another one. Unless you swap it out.
That's what we're guessing. Like, I don't want to confirm or deny that because I really kind of like the one that I got. I think has been helping me a lot with
Oh yeah.
I think there's been a reason I've only had one really bad day where I almost killed Crag. I feel like I would have had more of those without it. It helped my recuperation process a lot. It has helped. So yeah, mine said what it's of the survivor, right? Pretty certain.
Okay. Sure.
So what does this one does this one say? Reese.
Yeah. Is there any writing on the stone when we get there?
Is
You
there
make
a
your
story?
way. You make your way on the worn trail, eventually reaching the small set of hills that kind of blocks the view from the main pathway, and kind of broaching over the top of the first hill, sitting at the base in this little area, almost encircled by these hills. All sorts of like flowers and stuff going around the space. It's very actually like incredibly beautiful area. That's a break from the general scenery of the rolling plateaus and dry grass that you've come used to on this journey. In the middle of the clearing, you see this large obelisk. It is a stone made entirely of this pure ebony black that rises about 7 to 8 feet or so in the air. And as soon as you crest over the top of the hill, you feel, those you magically inclined, you feel just this hum of magical energy.
Which literally would be everyone except me.
Yep.
But I'd be like, oh, it is one! And I like give Reese like a little punch on their shoulder. It is one!
I'm guessing there's no like writing on this at all.
Making your way over to it it's got just sort of generic runes kind of covering its entirety. Nothing too noteworthy. Kind of similar to the last one, you weren't entirely sure what it was until you actually made contact with it.
Okay.
So, when I touched it the last time, it was like ask permission first, and then when you let it in, it kind of gave me an idea. Mine was very much, it's like I saw a vision of like one of the first people who was living on this continent and surviving and all the hardships they had to face, and I feel stronger because of it. But I don't know what this one is. But to me, it was positive. I'm just saying, it'd be cool. I'm assuming this will also be positive. It's a hunch.
Is anyone itching to try it out or not?
I'll try it.
I was gonna say, if
What
there's
is-
lots of flowers and things around, I imagine that could pertain to you, Morgan.
Very pretty here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But only if you want to.
No, do I get a vibe? Is like someone very in tune with like magic?
That's exactly what I asked.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the vibe? That's exactly how I approached it.
The vibe is there's nothing negative about it. It is very primal.
I would like to do this, yes.
Sick.
You reach out and you touch the stone obelisk in front of you. And as you do, you get these flashes in your mind. A hand with a stone carving on a rock wall. Another flash of someone standing on a boulder addressing a small gathering of much more primitive looking people than your current point in time. Flashes of transitions to when the very first time paper was developed. You see all manner of this crowd beginning to grow larger and larger, and whoever this person is traveling farther and farther as civilization grows around them. You feel not a question, but an ask. It wants your permission.
Granted.
You have received the blessing of the Stone of the Poet. Your choice of either academics or common knowledge skill increased by a die type. And you learn one additional language of your choice while under this stone's blessing.
Yo!
Nice.
Perfect. This is perfect.
Here's the
Already,
problem.
Jesus
It would
Christ!
it would take less time to name the languages I don't know. So I'm gonna choose common knowledge. Nope, academics. I'm gonna choose academics.
Okay.
And as far as languages go, what's a language?
And you can think about it a little bit if you want. You don't have to.
I need to
decide
think
right
about that because I need to go pull up the list.
Yeah.
I need to go pull up the list. I have it actually open. But yeah, I'll think about it. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Fucking perfect.
Perfect.
Fuck
This
it.
was the right one for me to go for. This
Yeah.
was
yeah.
the right
Yeah.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Oh,
glad
yeah.
you got this one.
100%.
Is the languages in the player's guide?
I believe so. Everything's pretty much just the standard languages you're used to with D&D, with the exception of like Old Common.
Okay. I pick I'm gonna think about this.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no
Yeah.
worries.
Bryn is just watching.
Mm-hmm. As is Reese, just like hopping a little.
Feeling okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't. What are these things?
I don't know. But isn't it good?
Like-
Did you get the vision too?
I did. Of the passage of time and poetry and I have questions.
If I know you have the means to get the answers.
What kind of flowers are around me?
It is all manner. It is just like a complete rainbow spectrum in here. It is like any and
I'm
all
gonna pick
flowers you
some.
can think of that would be native to this area are growing here.
I want to pick some.
All right, you do so.
I'll make a little crown.
Morgan
Nice.
picks some.
Oh
And it's gonna be
yes.
bird-sized.
Oh,
Aw.
so cute. I was gonna say, can we take a short rest? Because Bryn would just sit kind of in the shadow of this monolith thing and just take in the flowers and Morgan making his flower crowns.
Unless there's anything else that would like to happen, eventually your short rest comes to an end, and you get back on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take too much longer before eventually, before you see this large set of hills rising in the distance on the otherwise flat plains. As you approach, you can see the small plumes of smoke that rise from homes that have been built into the sides of these hills, and you hear the sounds of laughter and discussion in the distance, and the very alluring smell of cooking food.
Hell yes.
You make your way further, and eventually you kind of crest towards the first part of these hills, and you're greeted with the Springhill Shire. Brynja, it is a little bit larger than the one that you're used to, but it is all the same familiar. Homes built into the hills, folks milling about their day, laughing, drinking, eating. There's a mix here where the lines between work and fun are blurred all the time.
Yep. Yeah. And I take in the smell. It smells different, but then the certain familiar thing. Not home, but it's pretty damn close.
Woof.
Oh God, I wish I could have some of the mead they have here. God damn it. But
Well, let's at least get some food in your system then.
yes. I need to try the specialties here. Where is a bakery?
Immediately making your way into town, almost in like the immediate central space that this circle that hills are creating, is this very large gathering space just filled completely with picnic tables and these ropes that have been strung up between poles with lanterns hanging off of them. It's a very welcoming area with a single tree that rises up above all of it that looks very old, that has this growth that kind of covers the entirety of this gathering space to provide shade. You see all manner of folks in the gathering space, primarily all halfling, of course. But upon seeing you, none of them drop their expressions or anything of that nature. They give even broader smiles and raise their drinks to you as you come in. Eventually, you take a seat down at one of the picnic tables, and not long after, you see this halfling with brown eyes, this very sandy brownish, like bob cut, very tan skin. She comes up to the table, and she just puts her hands on the hips. Well, welcome in.
Oh, we were passing through and figured we'd at least stop by and see if there were any local specials. We've heard plenty about this place.
Oh, honey, everything here is a local special.
Well, what would you recommend, at least to start with?
Tell you what, how about I go get some appetizers, and in the meantime, I'll send a menu over to you so you can take a look. At the moment, we're only offering mostly just like snacks and easy to cook meals, because tonight's going to be where most of the effort goes into.
Anything special going on tonight?
Oh, just the standard. Every night we have a feast. You know how it is.
Oh, and in halfling, I said, yes, I do. I haven't had a halfling Shire feast in a long time. We could stop by.
In halfling, she responds back, "Oh, you got some friends in the Shire."
I do. Back in Westwatch. So
Well, that is just good to hear. I don't hear too often from them anymore, but I know they're doing all right. So good to have you out here.
thank you. Menus would be perfect. Thank you.
Excellent. And any drinks for anyone?
I'll start with some water just to begin with.
Do you have any juices or anything tasty that's non-alcoholic?
Oh, well, sure. We got a juice that we can provide. It's just a mash of local berries and whatnot, added with some sugar, and I think it's pretty good.
I think if we can get maybe get to like a pitcher for the table, I think that would do just fine.
Wonderful. Can do. And she gives a nod and heads off. And not too long later, like a couple minutes, you see this large beetle, probably about this big, climb onto the table in front of you. And as it does so, you see this arcane flash as words begin to appear along its back.
Oh, that's so cool.
No.
I don't know. I know exactly where we are. Welcome to Mudka's Meat Hut, home of the mug of meat. Bless you for coming out in public.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Have any of you spent the night in the Shire? Been at the Shire party?
This is the first time I have ever been south. So
Same.
I didn't even know what a shire was.
Reese hadn't left the north at all.
Oh, you guys, this is going to be I didn't fully, I think... The Shire back home on Westwatch, honestly, I think saved my life in a lot of ways when I was going through my adolescence and the whole dead thing, and just me and my brother were having at odds. These people are so... It's not home, but generally, from what I hear, it's like one Shire, you're connected to all of them. These people know how to live. This is life. I'm so excited. I'm looking at the menu. Give the little beetle a little scritch on its head.
She said that they're providing mostly just appetizers, but most of the stuff on this menu is like, this is a usual meal.
This is again, it's 11Z's and
It's like Ron Swanson ordering the meat platter. Sir, that serves 10 people. I know what I'm about, son.
Exactly.
That's an appetizer in the Shire.
beautiful.
They
Hell
know
yeah.
how to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and after just the nightly kind of, they just get together. It's a very community-driven place, and just wait till you see what a normal night is like, because festivals, oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, then we'll have to pace ourselves, won't we?
I might actually be able to remember. Normally, festival nights. I can't remember.
Cash. God damn!
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who heard that. I was like, what the fuck was that?
It was just like,
brain.
have some gold.
Gold.
It's in my
Y'all need to spend the
brain.
money. Yeah. Sick. I'm looking for whatever seems like the most balanced of all the options on this list.
Oh, they've got something for
Boo.
everyone. It's
Boo.
I mean,
I'm
it's
looking for the sweetest brick of sugar I can find.
it's everything from like veggie plates all the way up to, you know, a whole ass cut of meat. Like
Give me
A literal hog brought to your table.
I want something fried. I want fried.
Eventually, she comes back out and she's carrying a ton of plates with her, and she kind of slides them all over the table, and it's just this mixture of like freshly baked breads and like tomatoes and berries and like cheese dips.
Fucking
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Big
god.
shit.
Oh, we are getting our macros in today, sweet fuck. Okay.
Oh, honey, this is an afternoon snack.
I'm going. I imagine.
Did
I'm
you
sitting,
not
like,
hear
somewhere
that
near
tonight is
near
a
Brynja?
feast?
I'm going to put my hand on Brynja's shoulder. I'm going to apologize now. I have tried to refrain from drinking alcohol because I want to honor your journey and your progress. I cannot make the same promise that I will be able to restrain myself tonight.
I appreciate it, and I want to say for all of you, please, if you're so inclined, do not refrain from trying whatever they have to offer that is alcoholic here, because you cannot do it. Live, damn it.
I mean, I was
live.
going to say,
I'm
really,
sorry,
if you think
is
about
this
it.
a Jaeger bomb?
No,
Gonna
Brynja
say,
said
really,
live. Why
if
would
you
you
want-
do a Jaeger bomb?
Bob. Like, if you think about it, we could, in your honor, you cannot, so we will.
No, I
We-
would
we
love
consume
that.
for you.
Please, do it. Honestly,
If besides,
It'll-
if we
it would-
drink all the alcohol, there will be none for you to drink. So then you're for.
I
Okay.
if you could drink all the alcohol in the Shire, you would be dead before you even got through a quarter of it. I want to say, I don't think the Shire saved me in a lot of ways, but I don't think they helped with my whole
With
alcohol
that?
thing. I think it might have increased it, but please, no. It would actually kind of be nice, because normally I would get so drunk I would only remember bits and pieces of what my friends told me happened. So actually it would be kind of nice to be able to remember a night for a change.
Oh, and you get to be the one telling the stories after.
Oh,
All right.
I think that would be a nice change of pace for her.
We'll all stock up on our macros, make sure we are carved up for the night, and
What's a
then I think.
macro?
Oh fuck. Regardless, we will get all that done, and then tonight, I think we're a bit overdue for our game, aren't we? Lots happened in the
forgot.
interim.
Ooh.
What a better way to get shitface.
yeah. Oh my god, and oh my god, and I'm gonna get so much ammo, and I promise, I can't promise I won't use it against you.
And I was gonna say,
you
since
cannot make that promise.
since Brynja cannot participate, at least not with alcohol, I think it's only fair that Brynja gets to determine who gives the juiciest secrets.
Ooh, that.
Oh,
You
Lucky
know-
John. You know what?
I
I'm
thought
alright with
about an alternative for this game.
Mm.
Okay.
Let us hear it.
No, it's a surprise.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
You're on.
Do you still have a pipe of yours,
What?
Crag? Do you have that pipe
What?
still? Don't you have a pipe? I've
A
seen
pipe?
a pipe. I thought I saw. Maybe that was when you were trying to talk up those guards and stuff, and you were like, like. I saw you had a.
I do not remember this.
I
thought
genuinely have no
Maybe-
idea. Do
were
not
you
remember
drinking?
What you're talking about.
Yes, I was pretty. I thought I watched you talk up these guards getting information, and you were doing such a sweet, suave job about it. And it's like you were sharing a pipe. Maybe they had the pipe. I thought you had the pipe.
They had the pipe.
They had the
yes.
pipe. Okay.
I asked them if
okay,
I could
yeah, I
share.
remember what you're talking about.
That okay. I thought you had it because I was going to say, need to see
I'm-
if these people, along with drink, these guys grow some pretty good shit.
Ooh.
If that is your thing, maybe I'll trade one vice for another.
Like flowers?
I mean, as long as there's an anvil in this town, I could make
Oh.
one.
Yeah, we could find one.
I'm very lost.
Have you ever seen someone? Oh, you get like dried plants sorts, and you burn it and
Specific kinds of.
Yeah,
I
specific.
mean, I've tried
options.
plants before, but usually to put in books and hang up on places.
These ones, they do things to your brain. They can give you
They can either-
visions. They can make things
Mhm.
very more muted.
Just
Muted.
feel good.
Mhm.
Different things do different stuff.
No.
Morgan, just say no.
Yep.
No.
No.
Eventually, she comes back with all of your actual orders and kind of distributes over the table.
Bitch.
All right, now I hope y'all enjoy. If you need
Appreciate
anything,
it.
my name's Z. Just give me a shout. I'll be around.
Thank you,
Thank
Z.
you so much, Z.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, digging the fuck in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we going ham.
Hell
Like
yeah.
a whole ass wedding cake, right?
Yeah, it's
Morgan just got a pie.
A full
No,
pie.
I don't want
Not
a
a
pie.
Full.
I did not want a pie.
Okay.
I wanted a cake. I wanted
It's
a
my bad.
it's basically this entire like soup bowl essentially of nothing but monkey bread, like smothered in icing.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yo.
Morgan's gonna be on a fucking sugar high.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to have a piece, please.
Oh, it is so goddamn good. It is melt in your mouth.
Yeah, you don't hear from Morgan for the next 3 months.
Mouthful, head empty.
Sugar here. Only sugar lives
No
here.
thoughts, only sugar.
I love how Morgan has inherited Julian's eating problems.
Oh, yes.
You all enjoy your meals and shoot the shit for most of the day. It seems endless with just the amount of food that's being passed around between the tables and even between yourselves. Eventually, the sun begins to slowly set as night begins to fall, and more of the residents of this shire begin to make their way out into the main central space, and kind of into this gathering area. As they do so, everyone starts to slowly get seats, and as more people take their seats, you begin to see these massive plates and trays of meats and cheeses and salads and everything you can think of coming out, carried by multiple halflings at once as they deliver it to the tables. It is just an egregious amount of food.
Yes.
I lean over to Reese and be like, yeah, you're going to have to run tonight. You're going to have to get all of this out. You're gonna have to run for 3 days straight.
Oh, don't worry. I'm already planning out a regimen. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
And it's all capped
but
off.
it's
Became a
so
workout, bro.
So worth it.
It's all capped off by this one platter in particular that comes out, that is set on this main central table, which has this massive, what looks like a mammoth's leg that's been cooked up on the platter and decorated with all sorts of gravies and vegetables, and it looks so good.
I am so hungry.
Oh my God.
Immediately. God damn it. I need to figure out what I'm eating for dinner. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm suddenly so fucking hungry right now. I'm like, oh fuck.
Damn it, Vince, you beautiful bastard.
And that's when you hear the first cork pop as a absolutely massive barrel of ale gets opened.
Ooh.
Oh.
Everyone, please have a drink for me. Dear God, please. Get
Your
some of that
honor,
good
friend.
old berry juice.
What?
Oh yeah, no, I will absolutely have a drink in honor of my good friend Brynja.
Yeah.
Me too.
Does this even begin to break through my general resistance? Do I taste anything?
At first, I'm going to say no, especially with the amount of food that has been consumed.
Yeah.
Over the course of the night, if Morgan continues to drink, I will say by the end of the night, Morgan will have, it'll be just a little bit tipsy.
Ooh.
Do you have a poison
I'm
resistance
trying
thing that really
to stay hydrated.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's what I told myself. For the past 10 years.
It's okay. I don't taste very much. It still tastes kind of like water, but
Do you have
with
a
Spicy.
stuff. Spicy water.
Spicy. Why is it
Spicy
spicy?
water.
Why is it spicy?
And I don't mind spice.
Okay.
Well, they
see
drink.
how you
I'm
do.
gonna find one of the oldest men that's having a pipe and slip him a coin to get a puff. A little puff action.
Hell yeah.
I'm joining in that shit.
Yeah.
I
For
will
some
too.
reason, that is not the direction I thought you were going.
When look at a crowd and recognize who's got the good shit. It's like, you.
Yep. You get some puffs of that good shit.
Yeah.
Raina's gonna stick with the alcohol. The plants were Einar's thing.
It's a shifter
Said
thing.
it helped him with his visions.
Oh God! Oh no! I didn't even think of that shit. Oh, see color.
That was never. It tastes like purple.
Taste the number 2. Oh yeah. Everyone. make sure, we don't leave our table because it will get taken over in the blink of an eye. Just so you know.
Okay, so we need
Alright.
at least one person here at all times.
At least.
Okay.
Or what if we leave? Just we're giving up the table. Because honestly, I mean, there's hills and shit. I mean, you see those kids up there? That's technically a roof that they're sitting on. Oh, and they're getting kicked out. Yeah, they'll be back up there in a little bit.
Sounds good. Hell yeah.
I want to hear
Brittany's
about this
also
alternative to our
thing.
game. That Morgan
Oh
has.
yeah.
Oh
I'll be right back.
yes.
I want to go
Please.
find Z.
Okay.
Okay.
She is not hard to find. Leaving the table, you find her almost immediately. Kind of, she makes some rounds on the other side of the open space.
She's working, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm kind of making this up as I go. Like, I didn't discuss this with you. But what I was wanting to do was, I'm assuming there is some citrus or some food that is ungodly sour.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And
Mhm.
I want to bring a bucklet, like a bowl of it, a platter, if you will, to our table.
Oh.
Z does you one better and gets you not just like a platter of it, but also like an entire bowl of salt with it too.
My man. So the
Wow.
roll is salt, lime, lie.
We're doing shots.
Salt, lime, lie.
Salt, lime, lie.
Salt, lime, lie.
And so I bring this to the table. So, I think how I understood the game was that alcohol was supposed to be the bad thing, but people were also supposed to like. So, I thought, what if we instead did it with things that poisoned our livers? We did it with things that poisoned our taste buds. So I brought the most sour thing I could think of.
Okay.
All right. Do I recognize whatever the fruit fuck that he brought?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah. Okay.
So the move is salt, lime. I don't know if it's called lime. Lie, or answer truthfully.
Oh, so everybody has
Oh.
to figure out if you're lying or not.
Okay.
Or is the game you ask us the question and we can either answer the question or we can
Or take a.
take
Okay.
a bite of the sour thing.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
No,
I think so, 'cause
I like
No,
this.
I
It's your
was
game.
asking- yeah.
Okay, I'm down. So, usually we go about this by having someone who has a question,
All
and
right,
I
yeah.
think Brynja should go first in terms of asking.
Oh. Okay. Thrag,
Yes.
what exactly did you and your daddy talk about when we left?
You mean whenever?
Well, you guys were in the forge by yourself, and we took a step outside.
Well, I told you that we got in a fight earlier. Basically, he told us that we had to work together, me and him, to do any sort of good, which he's not wrong. And, I mean, he told us that people wanted us dead. I apologized, and pretty much it.
Do I have a follow-up
Okay.
question, or you? I'll do a follow-up question later. You go ahead. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So now it's
Your
my
turn.
turn, right?
Your turn.
Yeah.
I believe that is how we played it before.
All right. Well, I can make this a little spicy. Reese,
Okay.
you and Bryn have any other wrestling matches when you guys were up north with each other?
Oh, fuck. And I'll do the salt and lime just. Oh, that fucking foul shit! Oh, I mean, it's
Very interesting. He doesn't. They don't.
Oh,
know
it's
to
kind of
answer
hard
that.
to fucking. It's kind of hard to focus on that when you're about to fucking. Oh god. Oh fuck. You eat this shit. Fuck me. All right. Ow.
No, for fun. Sometimes we used it to clean wagons.
Well, now you fucking tell me. Yeah, it's kind of hard to focus on that when you're, dealing with hags and about to fucking die. So, no. The closest I think we got was Brynja wearing the gauntlets. That's it.
Yeah, you literally being in my head.
Oh, it comes in waves. Okay. Fuck. Oh,
It's salt, little baby. Have you
No.
never had
The other thing. Oh, Reese,
the sour?
yeah, Reese hasn't had shit like that. Okay. Morgan.
Huh?
I still can't piece it together in my head. Every time I ask it, it's different. Your dad found you and then took you to live with him in his cabin. Did you not have parents before then?
I mean, I think I did.
Hey.
I don't really remember them very much. They abandoned me when I was very, very small. My earliest memories were of the forest. Not with any people, just in the forest. I didn't go to live with Hunter in his cabin. He had a cabin. Although sometimes I think he made the cabin because of me. It was someplace I would go and he would try to kind of wave me away. I just kept coming back.
Oh, honey.
It was nice.
Oh, honey.
Oh.
I.
What?
I find it odd, but somehow on point that this is, I think, the most information we've got out of your past in one go, and yet now I have more questions than before.
Oh.
Wait.
Wait, like what?
Morgan,
round,
Reese
next
had a bad upbringing, and that was somehow sadder.
What?
He's saying Reese had a fucked up childhood, but you just took it up a notch.
Sweetheart, your parents
Oh.
aren't meant to build walls to keep you out.
Or abandon you.
Oh no, I think he just wasn't planning on being there. And then I think he chose to stay because of me. Or
But
not
he-
because of me, he had a lot to do, but he did choose to stay. He
Okay,
didn't have to.
but you didn't live with him.
No.
Was that your choice?
I mean, I lived in my own place. The hearth was my home. I had animal friends.
I think shelter, you know.
Hmm?
Okay. I'm gonna keep asking questions if it doesn't go to Morgan's turn. There's so much in that.
Like what?
Usually you're supposed to have a house.
Yeah.
What?
Taking
mean,
care
I
of
mean,
you.
well,
Small
did have
children
houses,
who
I
just kind of live out in the forest don't typically survive very long.
Well, you're
That-
lucky, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. That was my answer.
No, you did nothing wrong. It's just so many
Go,
things
Morgan,
again
it's your
into
turn.
perspective.
It's your
It's your turn.
turn.
Also,
It's your
as a
turn.
clarification for the game, is it you take a lime when you answer the question, or you take a lime if you don't want to answer the question?
You can
I
either
thought it
Yeah,
was
I
if
was
you
confused
shot.
about that too.
You can either answer the question or salt lime. I'm out. I'm not answering it. Yes or no.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So Reese just
Yeah.
took a lime just cause.
Yeah, just for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
That's what I thought the game was. You can either
Yeah.
answer it or you take the lime.
Yeah.
I don't have a question. Can I give my question to someone else?
If you like.
Uh-oh. Craig. Have a question.
Oh, again, okay.
I think a good rule is to have to lime that question. Is to lime the past. So I'm
See, now I want to try
bit
it.
stronger.
Like, I'll answer. Now I just want to
It's-
try it.
It's interesting. It's both pleasant and fucking agonizing at the same time.
This does not taste good.
Alright, Craig, your turn.
Oh, I think I might go back to Reese again. You still
Okay.
have the memories from your body that you're in now, right?
Ugh, vague ones. I haven't got any new ones. Not yet, anyway.
I say at the moment, at the minimum that you've really gotten is just pretty vague, generic serial killer stuff.
Yeah.
Shit.
Cheeto.
From
Well-
what I could tell. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to know what she did to be on that bounty board. I mean, I know she was a bad person.
There was, if I'm remembering correctly, there was a notion to make her name known, and it seemed like it was, for one reason or another, the killing spree was the best way to do it. I don't remember any outside influences. But the horns had something to do with it. The mark of the horns on people. Am I forgetting anything, Ode?
No, you have pretty vague memories. Most of it is, shitty childhood,
Yep.
bullied because of her race, typical serial killer stuff, torturing animals, like, that whole 9 yards as well.
Yeah. And so I'll noodles those tidbits as well. There's a lot of resentment that kind of had to be processed first.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like she's better in your hand. Or I guess you're on her hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still very confused as to how that works, but I don't think there's an answer you could give me that would make sense.
Like I said, I'm still figuring it out. Honestly, the fact that other people can wear them and not have any sort of tether is still a new development that we had to figure out together.
well, your turn.
I'm gonna say Crag. What made
Okay.
you want to choose this form specifically?
It was mostly just because our followers are dwarves, and I was sent down specifically to help our followers.
I forgot.
So it was just the easiest option.
Fair enough. So the soot was also part of that as well?
Ooh.
I mean, that just came with time.
Okay, so this is build up. This isn't part of the facade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still showered
Wait,
every day, but I smith more than I showered.
I was gonna say, wait, he's clean now.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this like the first time we've seen your face fucking not covered in soot?
I mean, I've been meaning to get back in there. Feeling too clean.
I feel exposed. I feel naked.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I've been asking a lot of questions. I'm gonna give my question away too. Reyna, you have it.
You have to do the lime.
Okay.
Oh.
God.
Has Morgan just been slamming cups?
Well, no, that's the rule he just had. If you want to give away your question, you have to do the salt lime lime.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot
Like
the
a
salt.
tomato.
From everything I've seen, I
Oh,
think
that
I
made it
like
worse.
soaps Anyway.
Yeah. Don't worry, it comes back.
Oh. Alright, nope.
Yup, there it is.
All right, so I have a question. Feel like I had one earlier, and now I've forgotten it because we've learned so much.
I'm sober, and I also, because I have so many follow-up questions that I've forgotten already.
I'll ask Morgan a different question. So you seem, I don't know, very interested in the Flarkier stuff. How did you find out an interest in that?
Interest in Flark here.
Well, you just, I don't know. What is specifically them? I'm no judgment. I'm genuinely curious. For
I
a
wouldn't
child
say I
who
really have an interest in the Flark here.
You do just seem to know more than the rest of us, like common base knowledge.
I mean, my dad made sure I had a good, well-rounded education. I could tell you the same amount as with the hernia and the speckier. I've always wondered about the Flarkier, I suppose. After my dad left, I started to really see what he talked about. Like, I just wonder if
He exploded.
I wondered if it was all true. I guess he taught me to
Fair
be
enough.
inquisitive. I was always really really.
It's the
Hey.
salt.
The salt.
I guess I was always just really curious. But I don't really have an interest specifically in the Flarkier.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I just try to be open-minded, I guess.
All right. Cool. Your turn.
I don't have any questions. I feel like I just learned things as I was supposed to.
Sure,
well,
you have
Brittany
some
hasn't-
question?
What?
I'm sure you have some questions.
Not really. Raina, take my question.
Oh, that means you have to do something, sweetheart.
I'm gonna keep my question.
That is tight.
No, I'll give it. Hold on.
It's the squeak that gets me. Oh god.
So wait, are you giving it to me or?
Dang it!
Okay, see now I want to. You know what? No, fuck this. I want to try this stupid sour thing. Brynja, you can have my question. And
Sick.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
All around the table.
Oh,
Oh,
Yep. There it is.
oh, God.
there he is. Oh god, I'm torn. I have two.
Not a fan. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're nope.
There it is. Wave 2.
Wave 2.
Oh, I'm.
Kind of pleasant wave 2.
I have a.
I will say wave 2 is not as bad.
I have a question for Morgan, but I feel like I'm gonna get more questions.
Why is everyone questioning me?
It's just because you're
Poor boy.
layers. Babe. Crag, can you?
Oh,
So, I forgot. Reese reminded me. You said that you took that form. So, can you change your form whenever you want, or is it like a special circumstance kind of thing? Because I don't know. You seem extra. No offense to our old Reese, but you seem extra special in terms of demigods. I always thought demigods were special, but you seem extraordinary. Extraordinary?
how so?
Just I've never heard of. Reese? Can all gods be able to, or demigods be able to change their form? You know?
Odin, can all demi?
No.
Nope.
Because that sounds.
No.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a very. Because God, you could have benefited from that. But yeah, I guess my official question is: Can you just do that whenever you want, or is that just like a special?
I've tried
Sorry.
before and I can't.
So it was only a one-time circumstance?
I don't know. Maybe my dad might have something to do with it. Maybe he'll let me transform back when I'm ready, but for right now, stuck in this little body.
Oh, what? Oh, God, I have another question. What did you look like before? Fuck!
I
Alright,
pat
I
his
guess
head.
it's your turn.
How about we institute another rule?
Okay.
If you want to continue a line of questioning, maybe you can do a salt lime live.
Salt.
You might want to. You could have said no. You could have said no.
Oh, it's a good rule.
Another question!
Why would we do that? And be a coward? Absolutely not.
Also, we have this whole bowl of lines. We have to get through them.
I mean, I don't think we do.
Oh, there's...
Wave 2.
Yep. Edit, Uri.
Not as bad though, right?
That was refreshing.
Or... After a second, the salt I think actually helps. What did you look like before?
Hold on, I'm pulling up my Hero Forge mini right now.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I do, it'd be easier to describe looking at him.
That's entirely valid.
100%.
Well, definitely not like I look like now. When I'm in the other realm, I'm about 7 feet tall. I have pretty long hair, like down to here.
Exact
like-
opposite.
Yeah, it's like a whitish blue, kind of like a powder snow color. And I have
Hmm.
a lot of piercing. That's why I've been so open to get this
Uh-huh.
one and this one.
Ooh.
Want to get a little bit of old me back.
Oh
But
wow. Oh.
yeah, I mean, pretty standard for a demigod, I guess. I'm not covered in ash.
Standard.
What, covered in
I-
ash?
I thought I was knowing the standard after beating 2 demigods in one go, and now there's no standard. There's no fucking standard.
I know this song. I'm gonna go dance. And I leave.
Okay.
Oh guys, are they playing like some freaking
They've got some
jig or
folks.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've started playing up on the stage, and people are starting to get up and dance around. And like a few minutes later, the group that was on kind of leaves, and there's this massive like round of applause and a set of roars as this very dashing halfling comes on stage with like a lone lute, and begins to play. Seems like someone who's very popular with the locals.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does anybody else have any like actual questions they want to ask, or do we just want to like
Yeah, I was
fast
like, do you wanna
forward through
go?
this game?
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Reese is definitely nodding along and listening to the music.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say Craig pulls out his flute and plays it to the side,
Yes!
along with the music.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Crag, it doesn't take long before you get a small gathering of halflings that are trying to urge you to go up on the stage.
I urge you to go up.
Oh yeah.
Fine. I'll, like, go up next to him.
The halfling like note on the stage notices you and starts like playing in tune and like dancing in circles around you while playing the lute and belting the song.
Hell yeah.
It is a very good performance, and unless there's anything specific you would like to accomplish the rest of the night, it is a very fun night of celebration and good food, good company.
Oh yeah, like Brynja's gonna watch this first performance and be like, "Oh, I miss Eddie." And then when a jig that I would recognize, like a classic halfling thing that I feel like is like present in all the shires, I'm gonna get up and anyone wants to and I'm gonna go join in this fucking 6 foot tall Brynja dancing with the rest of the freaking. But I know all the goddamn steps. Every single fucking step. I know. And I'm joining in that shit. I'm swinging one of these halfling men around like, wee!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Flying into a hay bale. Everyone go, yeah!
Like a fucking hammer time.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. As the night begins to wind down, it is difficult to remember where you went to bed when you wake up the next morning.
Even fully sober,
right.
still, it's a
Ain't no
blur.
party like a
Sober.
halfling party because a halfling party don't stop.
Yeah.
But as you all wake up and prepare to continue your travels, that is where we'll take our break. So we will be back here shortly. Stand by. Be back soon.
Bye.